In the previous lesson, we used the new Fiori app to create a new GL account, and now we're back in the classical GUI, but this is just because we want to create another account, and for this we'll use this classical graphical user interface. But of course, we will also show another important thing, that is just how can we copy an existing account to create a new one. So let's open the path. Inside accounting, financial accounting, here we have general ledger, master records, GL accounts, individual processing, and here we have transaction FS00 to create all the sections centrally. So let's just double click on this one, and at the top we have some default values. Actually, this is not the ID of the account that we want to create, but that is the executive car rental is the one that we'll use as a template. So we can just enter now the ID of the new GL account, which is just going to be like this. And let's click, the company code is already set up correctly, so let's just click with template. And it will just copy and paste here, and use of course, the same company code. So again, at background, we're saying I want to create this new account, and here in the foreground, I am saying this is the template that should be used. So let's continue. And of course, the system will just bring all the values, even the short text and the long text that have been read from the original, from the template. But this is wrong. I mean, at least the short text, this is not what we want, and the long text, that's also not what we want. So this is going to be just for executive accommodation expenses. So we'll enter just this in the short, and let's now enter in the long text. Let's just enter it completely, like the full words. Okay. Now, the other settings are pretty much correct. For example, the GL account is correct. The account group is also the one that we want. This is also considered an executive expense at the level group, so at the level of the group, so this is correct. For the control area, it's also in euro, only input tax allowed. And again, if you have been using the system for a long time and you were used to using the FS00 transaction, this should be completely foreign to you, this section, because you can see it's similar to the Fiori app, in which just in one app we can create everything and set up all the values correctly. Here the concept is similar, because just in one transaction, which is FS00, we also have here the fields, and just in this section for the controlling area. The cost element category is correct. This is going to be just primary cost that reduce the revenues. And finally, the field status group is also correct. So we can just proceed and save. So this was probably, I mean, just a bit faster, just very quick to create the second account. Mostly because we created this new account using a template, but it's also nice to see the changes in the FS00 transaction, especially here. And we hope you agree with us that this is very interesting, especially if you have been using the system for a long time. If you haven't and you're new to the SAP system, this is just a bit of nice to know that now previously we had to do things separately, and now we do it everything together in both the Fiori app. The Fiori app, we can use it to create everything, and here in the FS00, it's just like a central transaction we can just use and set up all the data relevant for our new GL accounts. So with this we just finished the lesson, and thank you all.